Okay, how's it going? Okay, this video is gonna be pretty straightforward. I'm just gonna walk through my garden and show you some of the things that are growing, instead of trying to break it down and show you, I'm not showing everything, but this is just the stuff that I have planted right now and the things that are growing. And yeah, so this is just a quick video. Well, not so quick, maybe like 20 minutes of me just walking from the front of my yard to the back of my yard and show you some of the things that I'm growing at my home. So I hope you can stick through the whole thing. Alright, here it is. Okay, so next to the sunflower I have this, and this is the Black-Tail Mountain watermelon. I only had about 10 of these seeds, and out of 10 I did direct sow them. About 5 sprouted. I did have one more, but oh no, I had 2 more, but a lot of my stuff was lost, and it had set me back because my stepdad got a guy to cut the lawn, and he ended up weed whacking some of my really awesome stuff. But he didn't get them all. This is actually run over with a mower, and the seeds were actually so low that the blades of the lawnmower didn't cut them. But what I did was I built little hills, because I'd like to do that because it does make it easier to water, because I'm not going to have the drip system over in this part of the yard. So I built little hills and I pour water and it just kind of saturates around. But this is a northern variety. It's good for northern climates, the Black-Tail Mountain. This is like that really nice, like dark green watermelon with a nice tasty flesh. So hopefully I can get some watermelon from these, and hopefully I can save the seeds, because these are my last Black-Tail Mountain watermelon. But yeah, I have them all here. And then over here, I have about six varieties of tomatoes. These are actually given to me by Joseph Simcox, and I've done the same method. I just basically dug around the grass and hilled up the soil a little bit, just so it's easy to water. And yeah, sort of like a little raised bed, and it won't wash away the soil. The soil looks actually not bad up here, but I'm planting in soil that I have not worked, so this is just straight up lawn soil, and I'm gonna see how that does. But I'm also going to be adding compost throughout the season, and hopefully we can pick up some manure and make some manure teas, so we can water these guys up front and see what that does. Do some experiments. But the reason I put these here, because this does get full sun in the backyard of my house. I don't get too much full sun, so I planted this in the front of my lawn. And I do live at home with my family, so I didn't destroy the lawn, because I know they like lawn, so I didn't completely destroy it. I just kind of working alongside with them. But this variety is called pottery. Oh, poetry. Wow, I thought it said pottery. So this variety is poetry. I don't know much about these tomatoes, but I know they're pretty interesting, and they're heirlooms, so I'm looking forward to saving the seeds from these, because I don't have these varieties. And over here, I got the Malika's Gelps Altner? Don't know how to pronounce it. So Malika's Gelps, or Malika's, I'm gonna do that one more time, because apparently I can't read. Nah. And here I have the Malika's Gelp Altner. Don't really know if I'm pronouncing that right. It's another variety of tomato, because I got 6 in this row. And over here, I got the green pear tomato via Susan Ashworth. I'm not sure who that is, but I guess I'm gonna have to look that up now. Also given to me by Joseph. And over here, I have the Juliet Hillbilly, another tomato. And then over here, I have the Siberian pear tomato. So that should be interesting too. All these varieties of tomatoes, I can't wait to see them on the vines. Hopefully they do well, because this is an act of faith, really. You never know what's gonna happen. And then here, I have the Eli potato leaf tomato. And the reason it's called a potato leaf, I'm guessing this, but I mean, look at the leaves. It looks like potatoes. So yeah, that should be interesting to see. And that's just my tomatoes I have up front. I have a few tomatoes in the back, and then I'm gonna be putting a few tomatoes I have up the plot. So let's go check out the squash I'm gonna be doing on the upright trellis. Alright. Okay, so I had a few predicaments here. I had planted, it's a pretty cactus right here, by the way. It's small. But I did plant some squash here. This is the Palav Kadu that I got from Rare Seeds. It's funny, I have some stuff grown here that I didn't plant, and this is purslane, which is really cool because if you see, it's edible and really tasty. But I got purslane just popping up in my yard. Yummy. All right, so I got the Palav Kadu, which is the Asian variety, and it's sort of hourglass. It's sort of hourglass shaped. Here I have the Denver White. This is a Cucurbita maxima, and I got these seeds from Joseph Simcox, and I had 3 seeds. 2 of the seeds germinate, and one of the fucking plants was destroyed by a squirrel. But yeah, one of the plants was destroyed by a squirrel. And so I have this guy, which I'm praying that I can bear some fruit and get some seeds from it. So you can see it has a little bite mark, few bite marks in the leaves from the squirrel, and the other one, the squirrel literally just yanked up and like tore apart and was like, this isn't edible, and he ran off. No consideration whatsoever, squirrels. All right, got a cool ketchup bottle. This was a tiny ketchup bottle that was in my house, and I'm gonna use this to store my old-timey blue collards, which is pretty cool because they're going to seed, and I'm gonna show you them after this. But here I have a this is a bumper crust bark. It's a variety of squash, also a Cucurbita maxima, given to me by Joseph, and it looks like 2 of these guys out of 3 have germinated. So hopefully I can. I have 2 mounds here. Hopefully I can have them planted here. These 2 are also Cucurbita maxima. So I'm gonna actually hand pollinate this guy so it doesn't cross with these. I had a ton of things in this little container thing I have going on. Some stuff given to me by Joseph, like, well, he didn't give me this. This is actually a sugar cane that I'm actually trying to sprout because I love sugar cane, and I always get it from the store. So I took some, I put in some water, and the roots actually started to pop. Stuck it in the pot, and I'm just hoping that this thing will take. Grow me some sugar cane. I don't know, experiment. Lemon tree. It got caught in a hailstorm. All the leaves fell off. A lot of branches had died back. You can see right here it's very crunchy. And I thought I lost this guy, but I didn't. It came back. And I actually just decorated with this cool turtle shell that I found while walking through the woods. Like that really matters, but it doesn't. Then I have the scorpion pepper. I don't know if you can see this here, that I put a skull that I also found in the woods next to, because I hear this pepper is really, really hot. It probably is one of the hottest peppers in the world. So scorpion pepper, kind of growing that for fun. I have this, which is I believe gives a purple flower, and this was given to me by Joseph Simcox, and it's the Ziziphora pushkinii. I don't know much about this, and it's actually really hard to find out something about this because I've been going crazy looking online about this plant, and the sources I found only give me like a few sentences of information. So hopefully I can figure something out and learn about this plant. My grandmother actually grew these. These are some pepper plants. I'm not sure what kind of peppers they are. I got some goji berries, also from Baker Creek. I've been trying to germinate goji berries for some time and it wasn't working. It's cool, I got these. So I got this guy. I don't know how to pronounce its scientific name, but I'm gonna try to say it. Solanum lassicarpum. So I'm guessing this is a Solanum lassicarpum. And this is from India, I believe. I may be wrong, but I know it does have spikes along the stems. It grows big and it bears like these really cool looking cherry tomato fruits on the stems. From the pictures I've seen online. It was given to me by Joseph. I know that this is pretty rare and I'm really looking forward to saving the seeds from these and watching this guy grow. It has taken off, but it did get a slow start and it's actually starting to take off now, so let's see how that goes. This is Calica papaya, also known as Pusa dwarf, given to me by Joseph, and I believe it starts fruiting, as he said, like 2 or 3 feet tall, so let's see how that starts to go well. Hopefully this goes well. Let's see how that does. Pinot melon, which is actually doing pretty well. Looks nice. Starting to branch out. I never grew this before, so I'm looking forward to growing this. It did get a little aphids, and hopefully they multiply and go really yummy on my plants. Here I have the cardoon planted from seed. Nice cardoon. Yeah, never grew cardoon, so this is my first time growing cardoon, and I'm looking forward to harvesting that. Chives. I can just eat chives. Okay, over here, behind these flowers, it's like here we are in the jungle, looking for Mexican pumpkins. Nah, but here I have the Pipian from Tuxpan, if I'm pronouncing it right. And it's a Mexican variety of pumpkin that is striped, it's small, and it's actually grown for its seeds. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to growing these. I had this actually, every squash that I had planted here was originally this, but the guy who came and cut the lawn actually chopped all my young plants down, and that was pretty devastating. So these 4 are the survivors of that vicious weed whacker man. But yeah, they're starting to get this fungus, like the white powdery mildew fungus on the leaves, and I'm gonna try to figure out what to do about that. I hear that you can take milk and dilute milk, half water, and spray it on the leaves, and it'll kill the fungus. So hopefully that works, or hopefully I can find some other method of getting rid of that, or maybe it just won't affect it at all. Here I have Jerusalem artichoke. I got the pink crispy Jerusalem artichoke. I only put 2 tubers of those in the ground, and then the rest of the Stampede Jerusalem artichoke. And I'm gonna have them grown here, and I have them grown at the plot. And they're actually doing really nice. I love harvesting Jerusalem artichoke there, but you can see they're like basically right here. And let's see. I did have some really interesting sunflowers growing here, but they were destroyed by squirrels. Here I have the, let's see, what's it called? This is Brad Cate's wild bear tomato. This was given to me by Joseph Simcox, and I have 2 of these. So I hope I can save the seeds from these. I got some borage, some really cool, interesting tobacco. Even though I don't smoke tobacco, got the plants. This is some watermelon. I actually just stuck some seeds in there just to kind of play around, experiment, and they're popping up, so I would be surprised if I got some watermelons from here. Alright, so here I have some okra growing. I built these rows just out of just like piling the dirt up, and I wasn't sure how well these were going to do or not, but I have, this is a red variety of okra called Jing okra. And then I have a few varieties of okra. I have Eagles Pass okra. Not many of them has popped up. I've counted maybe about 10 or 11. And I planted way more than that, so we'll see. Here I have a fig tree. It's got about 3 figs. It's a young tree, so let's see how that does. Let's walk over here. These are strawberries. They were actually given to me from a guy who was on a plot. He had a plot, and I guess the plot was being tilled in, and the strawberries on the plot was going to be tilled in with the soil, which is pretty ridiculous. So I yanked up the strawberries. This is actually not ripe, but it still tastes good. So I yanked up the strawberries and I stuck them here in my yard. No way. Oh, that was something else. Yeah, some more strawberries. Here I have the black from Tula tomatoes, a Russian variety of tomato. And yeah, let's see how that does. I planted these from seed, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing these grow because they're tasty. I believe, I don't remember exactly which pot I planted it in, because here I planted a variety of parsley that the root grows really big. I don't remember the name. In this pot, I'm not sure how well they're gonna do, but hopefully they do well. And I think this is feverfew, because I did put a handful of feverfew seeds in one of these pots. I believe this is it. So hopefully I can have some really cool daisy looking flowers that are edible and pretty medicinal. Alright, so here I have the Old Timely Blue collard that I planted last year, and actually this is my favorite all-time collard that I've tasted ever in my life. And I don't have many of these seeds left. But you can see the plant is actually towering down or bending over because it's heavy with seed pods. It went to flower, and as you can see there are a ton of seed pods. So hopefully I can harvest hundreds of seeds. And I had 3 more plants just like this. You can see tons of seed pods. So looking forward to seeing that. Yeah, I got some blueberries coming in here. It's funny because this plant actually died back pretty low and it came back, so hopefully I can grow that into a nice bush one day. Alright, so here I have, what is it called? Amarillo. Yeah, it's just yellow in Spanish. It's a carrot that's yellow, and they're actually flowering. Carrot flowers look really cool. Sort of looks like dill. Yeah, so look at that one. It looks like a heart, doesn't it? But yeah, I'm really looking forward to harvesting some seeds from these guys because I don't have many of these left. So I let about, I think 20, maybe 20 carrots go to seed. So yeah, let's see how that does. It's funny because here's another cool thing. I thought I lost this, I think it was like 2.5 years ago. I went into this this market and I saw these Peruvian potatoes. It was like these yellow potatoes. I believe they were, damn mosquitoes. I believe they were, man, these dudes are trying to eat us. So yeah, I believe they were Peruvian potatoes. They were purple and I ate them all. But it's funny, I always miss one. And yeah, look at it coming in. So, didn't lose this variety, and I've had it for the past 2.5, 3 years. Just because I brought some potatoes that I thought looked cool and I put them in the ground. Salsify, that's actually, I didn't plant many of these years, so I think this is from last year I planted, so it's the 2nd year, and it's going to flower, and the flowers have been pollinating, so they're closed right now and developing seed, but they're really cool purple flowers. Yeah. This is pretty cool. This is a Korean anise hyssop that I got from Bigger Creek. Here's another salsify that's pretty young. But I have a lot of stuff to still plant. So you see a lot of bare spots in the soil. I still have to do a lot of planting, and I have to add some compost and a few other things because I have been eating from the garden too. So gotta eat. Yeah, I got some lamb's quarters growing. Lamb's quarters. Look at the size of this guy. This is scallions, and it's actually going to seed. Looks like a dinosaur. It's funny, this variety I've been growing for like 4.5 years, almost 5 years. And it was given to me by my next door neighbor, and he's been growing these for 30 years. And every year, at the end, you get these little balls, these little bulbs. So at the end of every life cycle, you get a bulb that looks just like a young scallion, and they just fall off and they hit the ground and they grow more. But I picked them and I put them in the ground just before the snow comes, and they popped through when spring is here. So that's pretty cool. Here I got some radishes going to seed. They didn't grow a big root and they had bolted, so I'm just gonna let them bolt and do their thing. Got some really beautiful dandelions. Some people don't like dandelions because they're bitter, but I think they're great. This is arugula. I didn't plant this. This actually reseeded itself. Very tasty. Right here, chickweed. Ton of chickweed. And I didn't plant this either. I'm actually gonna harvest this chickweed and probably juice it. And I have a ton of Siberian kale over there, so I'm probably gonna space them out neatly in this area right here. After I thin them out over there, but the chickweed's really good. Dandelion flower. Mizuna. My Mizuna has gone to seed. You can see over here, I have a lot planted. It's all gone to seed. I don't know why they bolted. The weather's weird because we're in June right now and it's really chilly out. So I'm not really getting it. But the Mizuna has gone to seed, and there are a few seed pods. And I'm probably still gonna harvest a ton of these and eat them because they're great. So here I have some lavender. It smells amazing. We had to, it's kind of bright. We had to turn the light on because we lost some daylight. So we turned the light on and filmed the last thing that I was trying to film. Let's see. Well, right here, I have a bunch of drip line. I just put it in the soil just to see the length. But I have a ton of drip line here, and this was actually given to me for free from a person who was next to my community garden plot. And I guess they were leaving the plot, and they were getting rid of the drip line. So what are the chances, you know? Because I plan on doing drip irrigation for this part of the garden. So before the summer heat comes, I hope to have this in the ground, so I'm going to have to go out of my way and water the plants individually every day. I can just kind of turn the system on and it'll just water it for me. Check this out, how tall this scallion is. Yeah, it's like my feet, the scallion. Crazy. Over here, I got some kale. I believe this is the Siberian kale, and I took a handful of seeds and I just tossed them in. There's probably 100 plants here, and I haven't thinned them out yet, so I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna take the plant and put them throughout the garden where there are more bare spots, so I can have a ton of kale. And I'm actually gonna put some over there too, and give a few to some friends, and yeah, looking forward to that. So yeah, that's just some of the stuff that's in the garden. I have a ton of other stuff that I have to plant. I've been eating from the garden, and I also have the community garden plot, which actually needs a lot of work. So we'll see what comes of this. Really looking forward to saving a lot of seeds this year. That's kind of my main focus lately, is just seeds and building a seed library. Actually, I'm going to show you some cool seeds in the house that actually just sprouted. Let's go see those. These are actually really cool. This is a North Pole lima bean. Really cool seeds. I actually took a real quick clip of me holding the lima beans in my hand. I don't know if I still have it, but if I do, it should be being laid over the video right now. But here I have North Pole lima bean, and I only had 2 of these. This was given to me by Joseph Simcox, and I'm really looking forward to see these grow. Hopefully I can save the seeds from these guys. So I have 2. He only gave me 2, and then 2 germinated, so good luck to me. Only 1 out of 4 germinated of the heptagon giant cucumber. I believe it's from India, also given to me by Joseph. I have 1 of these that have germinated out of 4. So hopefully I can get this guy to bear seed also. And then I have 2 out of 4 that I have planted, even though I have more seeds. I have the Sakai melon from India. So 2 of these guys, and I'm really looking forward to growing these. So yeah, that was just a walkthrough of some of the stuff that I have going on, and I still have the plot of land to work on. I still have a ton of stuff to plant in my own home. Yeah, so I'll keep them coming, and thanks for watching. Peace.